All right, what's going on, y'all? Zane's here. Right now they got UCIs going. I'm not sure all that format and stuff. Racing is supposed to start at 8. We woke up a little late, but you know, they're still doing all the pro stuff, so no harm, no foul, I guess. But Tyler's got opens, that's why I was saying that. Yeah, so day 3, South Carolina, Carolina Nationals, you know, here we go. I'm stiff as hell today. I had to race 4 times yesterday, and that's the shitty thing about not making, what's it called? That's the bad thing about not qualifying out first round, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we're gonna try something again. We're gonna work on the gate today and staying consistent going through the track, because I panicked yesterday once I was in a position of transferring. So that's my goal today, is just to find the line, stick to it, and yeah, so we're just gonna have fun, be safe, and you know, I made a main event for a national, so that's, you know, I could not ask for anything more. So yeah, we got a while for racing. I didn't see my motors or nothing, so I'll update y'all in a little bit. But right now I'm just gonna, you know, relax, wake up a little bit, and hang out. So I'll see you guys around. Bye. Pick up that 2 spot. 1 and 3 and 4. 2 1 26 35. That's well done. Riders ready. Watch the gate. 0
Smith, Lindauer, Bradbury, Bjork, and Harney. Out of turn number 2, we're going to roll down that 3rd straightaway. Got to be Kip Bjork getting it done on the 1. Bjork got the Team Winston-Salem colors on the top side ride. Nag 7 bike in and out of turn number 3 down that last straightaway. Got Austin Lindauer, Nag 20 ride for the pack crew on the 2. Just like Wyatt drew it up.
All right, so obviously the dudes that got the first 2 transfer spots, it's a 2-2 to main. No semis today. I didn't see the moto before me, but I'm sure Nikki D got it. You know, like I said, there's a thin line of like where I'm at, and it's noticeable. You know what I'm saying? So I got 4th or 5th. I don't know. Austin and I are gonna have a battle for that last transfer spot, I think, unless we can get 1 and 2. But I'm pretty sure the 3rd spot went to either the Bjork dude or Bynum. I'm not sure who transferred out, but ultimately it's going to come down to Austin and I, dude, and we went back and forth that round, you know, just doing our thing. And the dude's fast, you know, the dude's fast. He's out of Winchester, so yeah. Like I said, we're just here for fun. I'm telling you, like, if I can get my gate figured out here, I think I'll be all right. But I just can't figure it out. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. I might just go back. I brought my pedals up a little bit just to, like, you know, bring it up and adjust to the steepness of the hill. So that way I get my wheel down sooner. But if I get a good gate, I just need to lock in. I have gate 1, I'll hold the inside and go from there, you know. But I know the outside gates are gonna come crashing in on me. So it'll be interesting, man. It's gonna be fun. As long as I don't crash, that's all I care about. But yeah, you know, it's fun. I like I said, my expectations for this national are way beyond exceeded. I made a main event. That's all I could ever ask for. But now I'm trying to make another one. And if I don't, I don't, you know. But I just got to learn more, you know, because Austin, I pushed him up the turn 1, and it was kind of a dumb one, but I was just like, I stuck to a line. I had to do it. And then he got me back. He made his way through the inside on the 2nd straight, pushed me up that turn, the 2nd turn. So, you know, it just goes like that. So, yeah, you know, like I said, Austin and I are going to have a battle for this last transfer spot unless we get good gates and good straights, and then maybe he and I take 1 and 2. I don't know. Pretty much I just need top 2, and I need to get my gate down. If I could get my gate down, I think I'll be all right. So that's just, you know, got to lock in. Just got to lock in. That's all.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I knew they were going to pinch him like that. Go, Zane! Go, Zane! Keep going. They're on your ass, dude.
Bynum, Smith, Bradbury, Harney. Down the third straightaway, we're going to roll. Good Sir Bynum getting it done on the one. The cat is in the zone as he turns for home. Coming back at me. 31 ride, getting it done on the one. The Zaniakk, Bradbury trying to hold on to that 2 spot, and he will. 215 in Moto number 3640-year-old experts on the ground right now with Cabrera, Paul, Bradlowski, Kamena, Phillips, and Persia, and Trim. Got Mason in pocket looking for a pair. Let's go, Zane. Spot from the first round. 48 round. Persia going to come back on.
Your boy messed around again, made the mains again. You know, Austin and I, we have a pretty decent history from what I remember. You know, he kept racing when I stopped, you know, but from what I recall, my parents were just telling me, they're like, yeah, that dude, you guys used to go back and forth all the time. And, oh, sorry, sunscreen. And I've known the dude because he races, he's out of Winchester, and he's a damn good racer, man. And he's only gotten smarter, you know, he's nag plate rider, and he races a lot of nationals, so he knows how to race nationals. That's what, one of the examples. I was like, okay, I typically don't race him because he's up in Winchester or at a national. But I got to race him, and that dude was knocking on the door the whole race, dude. Like, we were going elbow to elbow. He was in my ribs. I thought I pushed him off. Thank God I didn't, because I felt bad. But, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. It's just hard to keep him back behind me, you know, playing defense, you know. He almost made that turn, or the last turn. He almost made that move in the last turn. Beautifully executed. It's just I, you know, had a little more momentum or something. I don't know. I got lucky. But he's a damn good racer, and that was a fun race, man. I haven't actually, you know, Drew got me in the ribs the other day, but I haven't actually pushed back like that with somebody in years, probably since like Big B in Rockford. But yeah, so we're in the mains. Kaylee's made the semis. Yep, Kaylee made the semis. Tyler made his open mains. You know, 1720, that's a hard fucking class to make a main in. And I think they still have like 50 riders or something, even on a Sunday. So, you know, that's just hard, man. So Tyler's got a main, Kaylee's got a semi. She's got to try her ass off, and, you know, but better progress, day 3 at the Carolina Nationals. Now we just got to wait for the mains. So, you know, hey, now we really exceeded expectations because that was fun. But like I said, I'm going to try in the main, and then, you know, that was my slowest lap time, though. Yeah, hopefully the winds die down a little bit and I get a faster time and do pretty well in the main. So I'll see you guys there. Bye. All right, for the main event, you know, I'm going to get absolutely tore up, smoked, you know, whatever you want to say. But I want to get my gate down. I want to have one good gate when I'm here. I haven't had a single good gate, and I'm going to beat 33. I think my best time was 33.2. That's what my time I want to beat. You know, my knee is shot, my knee is swollen, but just going to give it maximum effort, dude. Like, that's the message for this weekend completely, is just maximum effort. So yeah, so 33.2 is the time to beat. We'll see how it goes, you know. Just got to be safe. That's the biggest thing. So semis are wrapping up. Kaylee did not qualify for her main event. And yeah, Tyler's about to go up for his open main. So yep, we got a long ways to go. It's probably going to be like Moto, like 180 or something like that. But, you know, it is what it is. But we're wrapping up day 3 at Carolina Nationals. Very successful. Very successful weekend for what I expected to do, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good start to the season. So I'm excited, just glad to be here, blessed.
You're fine, honey. Zane, you're fine.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
In and out of that second turn with the World 2 out front. Got to be Noah Cardwell. Cardwell knows how to get around Rock Hill. Wong hanging on that 2 spot. Morales trying to drive it back around. Let's see what he's got all the way back through. Morales trying to make some pull. Wong over
start.
On the last straightaway, it's all about that back.
Runners ready, watch the gate.
Lindauer, Bynum, and Bradley. Cuppy out front. He's got 110% going on right now, and he's all juiced up, ready to go. Took the pre-workout. He's got this one wrapped up. Got to be Dawson. Dawson picking it up on that 2 spot. Still Cuppy running the show. Cuppy, Dawson. Dawson might try to reel him in, though. Let's see what happens down the last straightaway. Kip Five-A-Day picks it up. Stretch on that 3. Back to the line with the 31. Bynum pick at the 4.
Thank you.
36 to 40 experts downtown. Hall. Wazowski, Rhino, Phillips, Berja in and out down the second straight.
Overall, not a bad day. Tyler made his mains, Kaylee made a semi, and then didn't try in the semis, but, you know, it's hard to compete in that class, you know. Fast people come to this track, so. But I saw that was the fastest she's ever looked and going into her semis, so I'll give it to her. Main event, like, I don't know, can you like zoom in on that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a rock right now. It's unbearable. And like going into the second turn, I was just like, I knew the dude was gonna come inside on me, and I was like, okay, dude, like I can do the low, but in my head, I just could not pedal, you know? And I was just like, yeah, that's a wrap. That was 9 races, I think, in a weekend. 2 on Friday, 4 yesterday, and that's 6, and 3 today, so yeah. So I think it's at its limit. But overall, you know, we made the main both days, and I did not expect doing that, you know? I don't think anyone did, but it's weird how it works out. But overall, not a bad weekend at all. Yeah, so we're just gonna run with that. This track was awesome. It felt like I was learning something every day, you know, something new I should try, or something like a faster line, or like, you know, there's a bunch of different lines. And I was watching the pros, and well, not the pros, that's a bad way to say it because they hit the pro section, but I was watching like all the faster kids and like the locals and stuff, and they all had different ways of hitting, especially that third straight. It's a really weird one. It doesn't seem like it would be technical or tricky, but it is. It's a weird one, especially that step up. Like, if I were jumping that step up that comes out of turn 2, you need to jump it. That's the fastest line there, and I just, you know, I got to work, so I'm not jumping nothing, especially how deep it is. And like, if you hit that lip of that step up, you're, you know, so I'm not doing all that. But overall, I'm not upset with any of this weekend at all. You know, it was a real fun experience, you know, seeing different cultures even coming up here and like showing us how they race BMX, you know, very aggressive. So yeah, and then got a couple war marks, you know, from Drew. Thanks, Drew. Austin, you know, I didn't get any, I hope I don't have any scratches from you, but you know, Austin and I were going back and forth, and that was a good one. But like I said, I haven't done that since I was probably like 10 years old, so it was definitely cool. That's national racing though, you know, and at one of the best tracks in the country. So now we're just making our trip back to Maryland, and yeah, so I don't know what else to say. Kaylee, got anything to say? Tyler went back with his parents, so, you know, Boss Man came down, and he's got a big surgery coming up, so I'm glad he got away from that for a little bit. But you guys got to let him know he's got this coming week, you know. It's a big deal. So, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow my socials, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I also wanted to give a shout out to my rock, you know, my amazing girlfriend who has jumped into a world that she does not understand, you know, in BMX racing, and took it, you know, took the bull, horns and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, she jumped into BMX racing, and she's here every step of the way. So, you know, I want to give a shout out to Aubrey, because none of this would be possible without her. So I forgot to add that, but you know what? She deserves a shout out. She's an amazing person, and you know, she's going through a lot herself, and I thought BMX would be a good way to, you know, keep her mind off of it, you know, going to South Carolina. That was a, you know, but it worked out that way, and it wasn't something I planned or nothing, but you know what, I hope it worked, and you know, just keep your, you know, thoughts and prayers for Aubrey. You know, she needs to keep her head up and do all that good stuff, and you guys have probably seen her if you guys watch my videos, and yeah, so just say what's up to her, let her know, you know, she'll be all right. So, but you know, shout out to my awesome girlfriend. You know, none of this would be possible without her. So that's it. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.